She is a photography model, so her makeup is sealed underneath, and then I put new makeup on top for every photo shoot. So before I could put new makeup on her again, this one has to come off. So I'm just using regular alcohol to get the base colors back to where they were and get any grime off of her, since she's been in burned out buildings and various other incredibly unkind things that we would never expect anyone else to do. So, face money. The goal is to get the new color off, but not to rub off the sealer because they're being super aggressive on it. This doll also has permanent beauty marks, so these little marks are actually intentional. The eyelids, I'll use a Q-tip. Right now she also has eyeliner on that I applied afterwards, instead of using the permanent liner that's on with the eyelashes. See, it doesn't take very much to get the makeup off and reveal what's underneath. So, as always, we're going to start with a little bit of powder to get things to blend properly. I'm probably not going to adjust her blush, since it actually looks pretty good as it is. Makeup is a really subjective thing, so some people really like what's going on with current makeup, and some people think it's gaudy and ugly. So you're gonna have to adjust somewhat based on your own preferences. The trend right now is to have a sort of smudged under eye, smoky look, even when the makeup is quite natural. So that's what I'm gonna do on her. Using my favorite brush ever again. Just dab your powder onto it so that you get a nice coating. And you're going to apply it into the middle of the eye first in little circular motions, and then out and up towards the brow. When you lighten the brow like this, it makes the eyes seem more open, and it makes the doll look like she's engaging more. And if you put a little bit just underneath the eye, it will also brighten the inside of the eye. So that's her base color, which right now looks like David Bowie.
See, Stardust never goes out of style.
Yeah, for some. So I'm going to take, rather than putting it all over the top of the brush, I'm just putting it on the side of the top this time. So this side is clean, but this side has the color, which is how I can control where it's going. And then this goes on the outside of the eye, and circular motions up to the brow as well. And just let that blend. And then amplifying the crease of the eye is really where you get the shape and where you can play around. So I use a little tiny smudge brush for this, and I also do just a bit on the one side of the brush. With the color side up, I'm gonna lay it under the lash line. And I like a cat eye. I think eyes are more beautiful when they're amplified, so I like to make a cat eye, which means I'll bring this out past the edge of her eye a little bit, and I'll join it to where the crease is. I don't know if you can see how that's extended the eye out there, and it's creating a shadow. And this is my personal preference, so if you don't like that, you don't have to go that route. You can test what you like and try it out, because it's only makeup. You can take it right off if you hate it. It's also convenient that the head is off the body, and you can roll it around however you want, and she doesn't complain. And then we're going to blend a little bit on the side here, just to make that warmer. And it's just a little circular motion again. Once you're at that point, you can go over and make sure all of your colors are coming together instead of being too separate. Because you want to see the colors, but you don't want them to be so obviously separated. Yeah, it's just not. It's not a current look. And since this is very white in here for me, and I prefer not to be as strong as that, I'm going to use my translucent powder just to knock it down a little bit. And we'll go back to our little Q-tip. Some alcohol. And bring her brows back out. Now she's ready to go to a nightclub. If you want to put liner on her, I don't like powder liners. I don't kohl liners. I mean, I don't like them on me, and I don't like them on dolls. So I use just whatever cheap eyeliner you can find. But I like to use one with this sharp little brush, because that is really, really easy to control.
So what's wrong with the kohl eyeliner, the eyeliner pencil?
On me, I've gone past 20, so it does this weird little thing, and that's just not cute. And on dolls, it just doesn't dry. It's just harder to manage than this, which is liquid. And this, you could really put a super, super fine line. And you could put it right over the lash adhesive. Since it's a brush, it's really forgiving if that line isn't smooth or flat. I never use mascara on the dolls, because the lashes are so delicate that the last thing you want to do is add something on there that's going to possibly tweak them or pull them off. Besides, they're super long anyway. So that's how you put on the liner. And you can see how it amplifies the eye a little bit more, brings the color around.
And that comes off pretty easily also?
Yep, just with the alcohol.
Really?
Yep, alcohol and a Q-tip, and it just
And
comes right
like
off.
that brand you got there, what kind is that?
Stuff that was free at the store.
Stuff that was free at the store? Okay, I'll look for that.
Free is my favorite. So I'm gonna leave her with just
I'll
the
just
one.
ask the clerk, I'm sure they'll know.
You'd be surprised, actually. A lot of these places, if you go back and you get one of their cards, they will give you free stuff. Almost every time you go in there. Especially if you tell them you don't know what you're doing or what you're trying to do, and I want to test this, do you have any testers? They usually have something they can give you.
Good to know.
The only reason I asked, I guess, that's just eyeliner, right?
Yes.
And so, probably if you ask somebody, well, which one has the tiniest little brush in there, or whatever,
Liquid eyeliner.
they might be able to point you out to. I guess they've all got tiny brushes, probably, right?
Some of them have pen tips, and the pen tips I personally find harder to manage, but that isn't to say that you would. Good places to get them would be places like CVS or drugstores because they're usually cheap, and it's not like you have to worry about being hypoallergenic. It's not like your doll's going to get an eye allergy.
She
So
might break out in a rash or something.
she may, but then you need to come back to us and tell us because that would be amazing. So there you have them.
Wow.
Jeez, lovely.
Impressive.
Super easy.
You say that.
Yeah, right.
Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Anyone have any questions about Monique's new styles right here?
Where do you get the inspiration from?
I look at a lot of fashion magazines and I pull pages out, so I actually have a file of reference that I use. And frankly, I don't do a lot of makeup on myself except eye makeup, so I tend to buy whatever kit I like, and then I use the colors in the kit as my inspiration, or the colors in my hair, because that does actually determine what color eye makeup I can wear. It's true.
Gotta have a match.
I want this color, please. So, that's usually where the inspiration comes from. This particular color combination was done by a friend of mine, and when she pulled these colors out, I looked at them and went, that is hideous. But she put them on, and it's just, it's someone else's taste, and I actually think it's pretty when it's on. So, I'm just open to whatever, open to suggestion.
Cool. Nice.
That's it.
Hooray.
So now you know how to do eye makeup and lipstick. I'm gonna give you some lipstick real quick, 'cause I don't have those. So, Chris,
Ice cream, we'll scream for ice cream.
you asked me about the nude. This is the color I use for nude. So you see how she's got pink and shiny underneath,
Ah.
but I actually use a darker, more brown color as my lip, but it's a nude color. And I use this one because it's a matte base, whereas a lot of my colors have, see how it has a pearl in it?
Right.
So this is actually a matte color, it doesn't have a pearl or a metallic. So it makes a good nude. And if you're doing photos or if you're playing around at home and you don't want to seal your color on, you can use clear lip gloss like this and just goop that on, and it will make a nice shiny lip, and it actually tastes and smells nice too.
Oh,
So that's an added bonus.
and that is Glossy Lips by LA Colors.
Yeah, the cheapest one I could find is what that one is.
Sounds like a plan.
Notice the trend?
And do you share the same makeup as those? Or is it separated? It's your stuff or is it doll stuff?
Most of the time it's
Yeah.
doll stuff, because I have a preference for glitter makeup on me, and I think most doll owners would find glitter permanently to be overwhelming. So I don't usually use it. I've got one makeup combination that's glitter, and it is shiny. But I think it's hot, but you know, I'm not the one who has to live with the dolls, so ultimately we have to have as many selections as possible without being completely crazy. There we have her. You go right there, you live here. I'm gonna clean the table because I'm a very messy makeup applicator.
Very
Right.
nice.
Well, if she had a body, I'd show you how to put her wig on, but at the moment she's bodiless. For me.
Can we find her body?
We'll see if her body's done. Matt's running around with a gas mask right now. So as soon as he's ungas masked, it will mean that she's
She's good
somewhere there. He doesn't want me to put hair
Even
on her
then,
until
it's
she's
so
sealed
big.
because it's gonna get
Stick.
it's It is strong out there
I
right now.
believe it.
I can smell it here. No, actually I can't. That's
Really? God, I'm stuffed up.
That might explain it. I'm feeling kinda high, man.